A very good morning to everyone. Today I am going to start your new chapter, that is chapter number 6, and the name of this chapter is Decision Control Structure. In previous chapter I had taught you about the different topics regarding BlueJ, but in this chapter we are going to focus on only the decision control structure. In previous part, I explained you all that how to create program using BlueJ. Now, in this chapter, we are going to move further ahead. So let us start our today's class with the topic decision control structure. Now, what is decision control structure? Decision control means wherever we are going to control our decision, that type of situation is known as decision controlling statement. In daily life also, many of time we are doing the same. As we have to always create a decision for ourselves that if I am going to do this, then that will happen. Suppose if I'll give you one situation that if you study well, then only you will pass in your examination. If you study well, then you can pass your examination. That means if is there, agar, that agar is very important over here. Means if you are not going to do, or if you are not going to study well, in that situation you are going to be the sufferer. So, this type of statements, whenever come in our existence or in our daily life, then in that situation, what we are doing, we have to always do the requirements, whatever required for that to execute our task. Now, suppose there is even odd number. In even odd number, what happens? If a number is divisible by 2, if a number divisible by 2 and left no remainder, in that case we can say that it's a even number. For example, suppose 12 is any number. When I am going to divide it by 2, it will completely divisible by multiplying 6 into 2. 2 6 are 12. Now we don't have any remainder. That means we are going to get a zero remainder over there. So this situation is known as even number. And if their number is 15 and we are going to divide it by 2, in that situation what happens? 2 is not able to divide 15 completely. 2 sevens are 14, there is one remainder. That means this number is odd number. So always keep in mind and always keep in your sense that if the situation is going to be true, then your statement is going to be executed. So this chapter is just based on this one only. In this one, we are having different topics like selection control structure, then after that looping control structure, and the last one is jumping control structure. So we will study one by one everything. Now in the first one, that is selection control structure. Under this, the first topic is if control structure. Okay. The first point or the first heading is if control structure. In if control structure, there are further 3 more structure is being categorized. In if control structure, the first one is if statement. The second one is if else statement. And the last one is if else, if ladder, if else, if ladder. Ladder means stairs. Stairs means one by one we are going to have the different options regarding if statements. So we all have to keep in mind that what particular topic and what particular statements we are studying. Now in if statement what happens? There is no requirement of any else part. That means if, that means a particular condition has to be true, then only my statement is going to execute, otherwise it will not execute the statement whatever we want to execute it over there. In if else statement there are two situations. Suppose you are having two conditions. In that condition, if the first one is not true, then second one will execute. If and else statement do the same thing. If this statement is not correct, you just do it this one. Suppose, as I told you in the even odd program, what happens in even odd programs? If number is divisible by 2 gives remainder 0, that means number is even. And if it is not possible, then else part will execute, else number is odd. Okay. Now the next one is if else if ladder. In if else if ladder, what happens? There are series of condition is being arrived. In that conditions we have to check out or we have to categorize out our statement. Suppose a program we have to make of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a user has to give the input from the method initialization method, and whatever number he or she is going to be give, according to that number only we are going to have our result. For example, suppose we have given an option that if you want to print the days of a week, then you have to give number between 1 to 7. If 1 you have given input from the user, that means Sunday is the day. If 3 you have given, then that means Tuesday is the day. In the same manner, if you have given 8, so in that situation it will show you that the input number is not on the list. So these things we have to see when we are going to do the programming of this type of statements, or we can say this type of control structure. So this is the introduction about if statement, if else statement, if else if statement. In the next class we will discuss about the programs regarding this control structures. I will show you all that how to make programs using these 3 statements, means if statement, if else statement, and if else if ladder. I will show a different program for these different topics. And one thing I want to make you very clear, that it is also known as decision statements. Whenever we have to take any decision in our programming, in that situation, if else and if else if ladder is very important topic for your examination. So keep it in mind and study well. Once you read at house, if there is any problem, you just clear your doubts in live classes. I'll be there to clear your doubt. Here we'll discuss about the programming structure of this particular topic. So till then, goodbye. Have a nice day. God bless you all. Thank you.